Welcome, everybody, to Defending Our Children. We've got a guest for you today that is a friend of ours, Valerie Soto. Valerie, welcome back on the show. We appreciate you coming on. And would you like to introduce your special guest that you brought with us today?
So, yes, I would. These lovely ladies are part of my program. Either they currently reside in one of my homes or they've gone on to transition into their own independent living. And those are the three that I have on.
Well, thank you, ladies, for coming. I look forward to learning from you. I always learn when we do these shows because the guests all have unique experience, and a lot of that is not really well known throughout the rest of the country. So that's what I celebrate about these conversations is saying, hey, look, for better or worse, here's how things really are. And here's how we can all maybe make it better for children in the future. And so that's the empowerment part about it. Here's what we've experienced, and here's what we see are some ways that each of us can make our country safer and better for children. So buckle up, everybody. We're about to attack. We're about to tie into this. So, Valerie, where would you like to start with all this? Appreciate your work with these fine young people and all the love that it takes. And I'll open the mic to you just to kick this off and whatever you think people most need to know.
First and foremost is the purpose of this video is that if there is any woman or mother with her children or anybody out there, we are encouraging you to reach out to local resources about these type of programs, these aftercare programs, because they exist and they are needed, but they do exist and you guys can get the help that you need. These women on this panel are amazing women. I'm so proud in each and every one of them. Some are mothers, some are not mothers. Some of their children live in my home, some, do not. But I am extremely proud of everybody who comes through my doors. And I just love to be their cheerleader as they work their programs and they work on healing themselves and that restoration piece from whatever their lives that they've been through and whatever has happened. So I'm just extremely proud of them.
Well, Valerie, in our investigations and our law enforcement joint operations out there on the streets and studying what's happening, man, we keep running into the same dynamic again and again and again. There's a real shortage of aftercare facilities with quality people who actually care about the people that need that care. So I want to celebrate that about what you're doing. And it blesses me to see smiling faces of people that are like, yeah, I'm here to tell you you can heal and you can recover and you can be part of the solution and you can shine your light. And so I look forward to hearing some of these stories and lessons learned, and I hope everybody else gains from it as I know I will. So, Valerie, let's explore any pathways of how um, are there any of the stories that any of your guests might want to particularly share? Like, hey, here's my story. Here's a little bit what happened. Here's why I think this kind of aftercare is so important. What are you
Yeah, I would
inclined to share?
Yeah, I would like Olivia to share. I mean,
Okay.
Olivia literally is the pillar story of a successful transition from where she came from, where she's at now, or where she was, and then where she's at now. So I would love for her to just touch and highlight on how she, transitioned.
Nice. All right.
Okay.
Come on,
Hi.
Olivia, let's hear your story.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Let
Thank you
let
for
let
having
at it. Don't
me.
hold back. Yes,
Not
ma'am.
a problem. Well, I am an alcoholic and I have 333 days under my belt of sobriety.
Right on.
And
Congrats.
I thank you. I would not be where I'm at now without Valerie and her resources and her home that she provided. I was once a successful woman in construction. I owned my own home. I owned my own business. And unfortunately, drugs and alcohol took a hold of me, and I lost everything to the point of homelessness. And when things got tough and the doctors were telling me that I was dying, I decided to put myself in rehab. And I did 106 days in rehabilitation. It was a very intense program. And I listened to the women that succeeded in the rehabilitation at the treatment center that said, go into a sober living home and do that up to a year of sobriety. Um, and Valerie's home was listed for the giving the essential, amongst other homes were listed, but hers had the resources to show how to live independently, to get back on your feet, and how to figure out how to live independently again on your own. And there were special requirements that she had in place of how to become independent again. And that was uh, how to cook again, how to get a work again, how to have how to cook, how to clean. How,
How to get back on the horse altogether, huh?
that's
Yes.
right.
I know.
And it really paved the way for me. And it had 12-step program. And I followed the AA, and I did Celebrate Recovery. And when I had problems, I went to Valerie, I went to the Women in the House, and I stayed there for almost 8 months. And I did that journey for 11 months from the start of um, the rehabilitation, the treatment program to Valerie. And I've now been in my apartment for less than a week. And I owe that all to Valerie for showing me and giving me the resources and the women in the house to get back on my feet again.
Well, I love how you started off by saying, I listened to those who were effective, those who succeeded, those who
Yeah,
got it right. Man, if there's only more of that in our society, man,
yeah.
and myself included, my parents, they got a lot of things right, and I didn't listen. I didn't listen. It took me a long time to circle back around and go, wow, they told me such good stuff. If I'd only listened to people that were affected,
Yeah,
I would have been a lot better off. But I picked up on that immediately. I'm like, okay, she's going to have a success story because she's focused on, okay, these people
yeah.
nailed
But
it.
now I'm giving back.
Yes.
Um,
Mhm.
I'm staying connected with the house, and I'm now that I've completed 12 steps, I have a sponsee, and I am staying connected with Valerie, and I am staying connected with the girls. I want to continue doing what Valerie does, and I want to give back and help people and give resources. Just because I was given help doesn't mean I'm going to leave. It just
Uh-huh.
encourages me to want to help other women and children that need it.
Well, and don't you find that it's a blessing when you do give to someone else with selflessly, you just give.
Yeah.
It feels amazing. Um it's like a big secret, like, wow, this feels incredible just to
Hmm.
do because, because it's right and good. Folks, we got to cut to a quick break. We'll be right back with a lot more from Valerie Soto and her guests. We are just getting started.
Hey, Tim James here. When I was 37 years old, I had some severe gastrointestinal issues. I was tired, fatigued, wasn't feeling good, skin issues. My health was a mess. Let's just put it that way. Now I'm turning 52 this year, and I have abundant energy. I'm able to trail run and kick the butts of my 22 and 24-year-old sons. Yep, that's right. And do push-ups and all this other fun stuff. How did I do it? Well, one key ingredient, if you want to get healthy, if you want to get your energy back, you want to get your vitality back, is real nutrition. Our soils have been so over-farmed, 85% of the nutrition is gone today, and then the rest is processed out through these processing plants. So what we have created is a formula called Green 85 juice formula. You can take 1 scoop in the morning, and we suggest you do another one in the afternoon about a half an hour before dinner, and you will revitalize your health. You will get your health back. You will cut your hunger cravings, and you're going to actually cut your grocery bill in half. This product will literally pay for itself because you cannot eat as much food because your cells are now getting the nutrition they need. Go to chemicalfreebody.com/DOC. That's chemicalfreebody.com/DOC. Get Green 85 today and energize your life and your health so that you can feel as good as I do and Craig does and Forrest. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much.
Welcome back, folks, to Defending Our Children. We're going to kick off this segment with a quick plug for our coffee. We have our own rescue roast here at Veterans for Child Rescue. It is amazing. I encourage you to buy it, order it online, and every penny that goes into buying that coffee gets applied to funding our operations with law enforcement to arrest child predators and put them in prison to rape no more. And we're grateful for that, and we're grateful that the product is so good. We really enjoy that coffee. So, thank you for buying it and supporting our mission. So back to Olivia, man, I was really encouraged with you sharing that story, and I appreciate you sharing that. And it just goes to show, man, when you do something for the right reasons, and you just give to people and you pay attention to people that are successful, and you just follow the program. I hear time and time again, I've had people who were in 12-step programs call me. They didn't say what they were doing, but they just said, "Hey, Craig, I realize I wronged you pretty badly, and I'm sorry." And I just thought, what a strong thing to do.
Mhm.
And I've always, thank God, I've always been gracious and said, you know what? I forgive you completely, and I appreciate you being big enough to look back and recognize that, and to go back and make it right. So,
For sure.
peace be upon you, right? Like, go in peace. It's all good. And so anyway, a lot about your story really resonated with me. So I appreciate all of it. And
Thank you.
so I didn't mean to cut you off, but we had to cut to a quick commercial break. So please, anything else that you had to say before we change subjects, please go ahead and
No,
air
I
that.
just I appreciate you having Valerie on your show, and I appreciate what you do. It To have us on here and to promote the home is very important to us and to Valerie. Um, to promote and to have uh, the word out there just for us to save more women and children is excellent, and I appreciate it.
Well, and for veterans, man, that's why we serve, man. We
Yeah.
serve to defend those that really most need defending.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so upsetting to a lot of us. When we come home from war zones, we come home from a career overseas, fighting to make sure everything stays peaceful and safe here. And we see it's not really peaceful and safe. I mean, I just spent a couple days in Phoenix rolling through all the mean streets with all the meth addicts and
Mhm.
street walking, everything right out. And I'm like, so much of this should not be here. Like, this could be cleaned up. This could be made safer and more peaceful, but it's not. Um, and there are specific reasons why people choose, but you gotta choose wise leadership to run your country, your state, your city. I mean, we the American people really have to be, I think, take more care in who we put in charge of things. And anytime I've seen and anything we do, it's all about the quality of the people. And the quality of the people are about the lessons they learn and the values that they learn from those lessons. And then when you see people that care about the right things, those are the good people. Those are the ones that make good things happen. And you can't judge a book by its cover. Like my wife says, the cover is not the book. You know, we see and meet people of all kinds, and the stories and who they are on the inside just fascinates me, so I appreciate you sharing that story. Well, Valerie, what else uh, who else would you like to have maybe open up and share?
So I would like the next one to share Star. Star's been with our program the second longest. So I would love for her to just give a few words. Go ahead, Star.
Well, grateful to be here. I'm also a woman in long-term recovery. I'm a mother first of two beautiful children. Yeah, mother, sister, daughter, friend. I honestly, I'm here to try to save as many lives as I can and try to be a voice for people that feel like they're voiceless. And honestly, I'm so sorry, I'm so tongue-tied, but Um, I'll just give a little bit of backdrop. This isn't my first go around at recovery. It isn't. This is my second stint at Santa Maria. It's a hostel. It's a very safe place for anybody out there that needs help, that wants to get help, that doesn't know where to turn or where to go. And yeah, I ended up here. But I also, like Olivia, I looked at the women that had 10 and 20 and 30 years in the game, of just being clean and just being healthy and living the lives that they've actually dreamed of. And that was it. They were like, do the whole thing the whole time. And I was at Santa Maria for maybe about a little bit over 4 months. And I listened to those people too that say go to sober living. Of course, I had the opportunity to go back over here to, this person's house, mom, sisters, friends. But, the key to recovery is changing people, places, and things. And I decided I'm going to go into treatment. And I'll never forget when I told my dad where I was going, I'm like, but it's Way and Katie. And he was like, good, and that was just the beginning of doors being open for me. This program has truly, truly changed and redefined who I am. I live a completely different life than I did 10 months ago. I'm well, almost 10 months. On the 25th, I'll be 10 months sober, free of alcohol.
Well, hold on a
Sorry.
minute. Hang on a minute, Star. You're saying that you chose to be different and you became different?
Listen, it was not just me, okay? I took the narrative. Well, okay, let's say this. With God's grace and covering, I decided to take the narrative back for my life. I wanted to change. I just wanted to be the person that I am in my head. If that makes any sense, I wanted to actually give that person to the world, and I could not do it behind the bottle. That's just impossible. I couldn't do anything without that and without, God's help. But yeah, I'm sorry. I got
Yeah,
ADHD.
and
It's a
well,
lot of things wrong with me, okay? I was an overthinker before I was an overdrinker. But um yes, I'm truly, truly grateful for this program, for this home. Like I said, you have to change people, places, and things. And me going back to anything that I was in before would have only led back down to the same path. Like I said, I've done it before.
yeah,
And
yeah,
just being here, having a roof over my children's head where I feel that they are safe and comfortable and cared for and loved is the biggest thing. My kids are in one of the best districts in Texas, and I owe that all to Valerie in her wonderful home. I have a great job. All these things I just did not see. They were non-existent, honestly. Before recovery, life seemed very dark. I could not see the next day. It was just all bleak. There was nothing I couldn't see. I was just happy to make it home the next
yeah.
day because that night I was, not present. So yeah,
But
like
I just
recovery
wanted
means the
to,
absolute world to me. I'm grateful, to take things one day at a time, to have the opportunity,
yes, ma'am.
endless
Yes,
second
ma'am.
chances. And to anybody out there that's even thinking about it, push the envelope or get some help, clean your life up. It's way, 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 way easier than you think. Like I know it seems like, it just seems like that's all there is to life when you put yourself in that small box, and alcohol can seem like a solution, but and not even just alcohol, all kind of other substances and things like that. But truly, I tell you, there's something greater.
Yeah.
Really is.
Well, I just wanted to back you up on that because it is ultimately you made a choice, right?
Yes,
You could have kept falling down. You're like, well, I'm not ready.
absolutely.
I'm not ready. I love whatever I love more than a healthier life, and you chose to work with the program, and you chose to become different. You chose to become better than you had been in your
Yes.
thoughts, your words, and your actions. And look at you now. And that's what I wanted to celebrate. And that's why I wasn't trying to harass you. I was having some fun with, but that's where I was
No, you're
driving. So,
fine. No, you're
folks,
fine. Yes. I truly am grateful for the
stay,
person that I am today. And I think all the other people around me are too. Okay.
we are
Just
too. We got
wanted
to
to be a
cut to a
better.
quick break, but we're going to get
Okay.
right back to it. Stay tuned, everybody. We'll be right back.
Every day in America, children are trafficked for sex. In schools, shopping malls, truck stops, clubs, and bars. Think it can't happen in your neighborhood? Think again. If you suspect a child is being trafficked for sex, call the National Human Trafficking Resource Center 24-hour hotline at 1-888-373-7888.
Welcome back, everyone, to Defending Our Children. We are hearing stories that are inspiring me, and I hope it's inspiring those of you who are listening. So, Star, we are just talking about decisions and changing our lives according to those decisions. And it wasn't until I was older in my life that I heard parents telling their kids, make healthy choices.
Mhm.
Make wise choices out there, son, daughter, before they leave the house. And I had great parents, but I kind of I did what I thought was right, and I did what I wanted, but I wasn't really thinking of like make really healthy choices, make like quality choices, like
Mhm.
choose wisely, son. And it wasn't until more recent years, I guess I did okay in life, but I really started digesting that and going, wow, we really do have a power in our free will. Our Creator
Absolutely.
gave us a tremendous amount of power because I could make myself into a mess right now and go down and
Mhm.
live in
Telling
the
you.
gutter, or I can choose to be whoever and however I want to be.
Right.
Uh, and it's not always easy, but I do have those choices available to me to make. Like I want to lose a little more weight. And I'm surprised at how much I love food. So there's my struggle. I want to lose a little belly fat, but I love me some tacos. So there's that struggle. It's like, man, well, what do you choose? What ultimately do you really want? Because you could do that. And I think that's really empowering for people to see that if any of your behavior, any of your thoughts are causing you to be minimized in your life, you do have the power to choose right
Absolutely.
now to change it. It may be difficult, and you should probably seek assistance and people that have a plan, but you do have the choice.
Mhm.
And that's what I celebrate about what you ladies have done and what Valerie's doing and helping so many others is finding that power and going, I'm gonna pull out of this whatever
Yeah.
um, counterproductive behavior I had fallen into once upon a time. So it's beautiful. Star, I want to hear about your kids. Talk to me.
Okay. Well, yes, I have two girls. My youngest will be 5 in just a few days, and my oldest just turned 9. And I'm grateful to say that I'm going to be sober on that day as well. Honestly, and I don't want to get emotional, but it's all about them. Now, even the first time that I went into recovery, it was about me proving that I'm functional, I'm capable, I can take care of my kids, right? It was more of a me thing. But at the end of the day, now what I see is it truly, truly is for them, because when we talk about choices, we're talking about people that don't have a choice in the matter. When we're out there
Mhm.
doing what we want to do, they're just tagging along. Like they really have no choice. So I had to really come to realize that my children are in recovery too. That's why I'm so grateful for a space like this, because when I was looking for a sober living home, there was not 100 million choices where they would accept children. It comes with
Mhm.
a
Yeah.
lot of more
Yeah. Yep.
liability. It comes with a lot of issues. Um, so that's one of the biggest reasons why I chose Valerie's home. But yes, when I say they're in recovery too, we are all unlearning behaviors. We really are. When I
Mhm.
was in my addiction, when I was drinking like that, I was not the most present parent. And with that time, they picked up behaviors that, and now I'm looking at them like, what is that? Like, who raised you? You know what I mean? But
Yeah. Yeah.
truthfully, they picked up those behaviors and mannerisms because I was there, but I was not present. And
Mhm.
Right.
my dad did tell me once before, like when I was, really not in a great space in life, he told me, you can work hard and do the right thing for the next 5 or 10 years and have a great life, chill for the rest of your life. Or you can go and chill now and act a fool for the next 5 or 10 years, and you're gonna be working hard. And I think I'm in that space right now where I made the decision that I wanted to do my own thing and not focus on the things that were truly important, what I thought, would just happen or whatever. And I am paying for that. Like that's another thing. Like when you're in recovery, even when you are dry, when you're not drinking anymore, when you feel like you are yourself again, the choices and things that you do out there have everlasting consequences. And
Mhm.
I want to tell the women out there, like, stop while you're ahead. Like, and that's another thing, even if you feel like you're too far gone, there's always room to fix it. There's always room to make up. So yeah, that's very important. Like I'm so grateful that my daughters have a mom that is there, that is present,
Mhm.
that's aware, that knows what's going on, and that has the coping skills. I didn't learn that stuff from reading the back of a bottle. Like I learned it by actually applying myself and wanting to change, by attending classes, going to AA, getting back in touch with God, reading my Bible. All those things actually coincide. Oh my gosh, that's my daughter. I keep looking over. Oh, but yeah, so I'm truly grateful for recovery. It's gave me a life that I never imagined. I did not see myself here, and ain't no telling where it's going to take me. Like there's so many opportunities,
Yes,
so many
ma'am.
great things, and you just have the opportunity to be a better person. And when it's all said and done, would you have liked to say I was a good person?
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. Well, talk to me a little bit about your daddy and somehow I feel like he's smiling upon you, seeing how far you've come.
Um, yeah, my dad is my dad is a great dude, like my dad is, oh my gosh, I'm about to cry. But I'm I'm really, really I can't explain to you how grateful I am for my dad. I could not have him. He got into a really bad accident a few years back. And honestly, I don't know what would be of me, of my children, of anybody. That's the one person in this world that I can say that truly has my back no matter what.
Right.
No matter what I've done. Like, yeah, he can be upset, but he truly has had my back and he believes in me. And he makes me want to be a better person. He sees what I don't see in myself some days. And yes, I'm a woman I have trauma. I grew up in not the best of homes. I'm from a broken home, quote unquote, but my dad was always there.
Right on.
Um
That's cool.
and he's just a great dude all around, but I'm so sorry. I'm the
I love it actually.
I come from my mother, my stepmother. When I was 10, she passed away from alcoholism. My biological mother, my mother, she's an alcoholic. I was in a domestic violence relationship for over 6 years, and I say he held my hand through all of that. He's always there for me. So even with self-inflicted trauma, because I did a lot to myself, and with the trauma that just came from, growing pains and growing up, he has always been there for me and always told me, you got a choice in the matter. And at first he did not get it. I will say that. At first he was like, just put it down, because he comes from a lifestyle where one day he just woke up and said, I ain't living like this no more. And he's a
Mm,
very successful man now. And so he did not understand that but he actually took the time to learn.
Yeah.
He took the time to actually try to understand what's going on in my brain, what life looks like to me. And I'm truly grateful for that. And I know everybody does not have a person like that in their corner, but that's what the community is all about, getting people that want to understand and be there for you to actually do that. And Valerie is also one of those people, that I would have probably just walked past in a Kroger's a year or two ago, and look, she's changed my life. So yeah.
Well, we got to cut to another break, but Valerie, we got 33 seconds. Tell everybody where to find you guys, a website, and support what you do.
Yeah, newlifenewyou.org. Newlifenewyou.org is where you can find us.
And hey,
Right
you're
on.
looking for, funds. This is not it's not cheap. You got to spend money to help these ladies and the children out as well. And
Correct.
so
And we want to be able to give more. Like Star didn't highlight, well, I know we're getting short of time, but Star didn't highlight how she came without a vehicle, got a vehicle, made all these milestones.
It
So
takes money to care for these people. So folks, step up and help them out. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hey, Tim James here, founder of ChemicalFreeBody.com, also the health coach for Craig Sawyer and Forrest Seeley. And I want to help working class people get their energy back and quit having all these health issues. Here's the problems. The average person is carrying around 6 to 12 pounds of impacted fecal material in your colon. This is not good. Number 2, we have terrible nutrition because the nutrition has been farmed out of our soils and processed out. Plus, processed foods are killing 4,300 people a day. We need good nutrition. Number 3, our gut microbiome's all jacked up from all these toxins and pesticides and stress. We have to balance that. We also have tremendous amounts of inflammation in the body, and we have an overload of toxins from heavy metals, radiation, and pollution. Craig and I and Forrest got together. We created what we call our Defending Our Health bundle. This is a bundle of our products over here at ChemicalFreeBody.com that will revolutionize your health. We've put them together. Green 85 is going to come in and supply you with all the nutrition you need. Our Gut Detox will take care of all that impacted garbage inside of you and keep it out. Toxin Detox will get the heavy metals, the radiation, and the pollution out. The Nano Silver, the triple action, will start balancing the gut microbiome, and the Turmeric 100 will start reducing inflammation in the body. You put it all together, and working class people can now get their energy back and their health back and start to heal themselves. We need you to be healthy so that you can fight for freedom and fight for these kids. Go to chemicalfreebody.com/DOC and check out the Defending Our Health bundle and all of the other wonderful products that we offer, and we look forward to helping you have the best life ever.
Welcome back, everybody, to Defending Our Children. We're having the funnest chat right now, and these ladies are inspiring me. So, Star, yeah, I figured I wanted to ask about your dad just because of the couple of comments that you'd said about him. The indications were strong that he loved you and dearly and cared about you and was guiding you toward an empowered, healthy life. And so I figured, well, shoot, I kind of
Thank
didn't have much doubt he was going to be happy that you're doing so much better because you look like you're shining now, and it's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, all you ladies do. So it's cool. All right, well, where do we want to take this conversation now? We're at the halfway point in the show. What do we want to?
Yeah, I
Tech?
would like to introduce one of our newest residents. She is one of the newest ones to our program. We have 5 houses. We have several individuals, but she is one of our new ones. And I would like to introduce Victoria to, I guess, just share some light on her story and her journey.
All right, so you saved the heavy hitter for last. She's swinging that bat. She's stepping up to the plate. Victoria, thank you for
Yeah.
joining us, and
Yeah,
look
thanks for
forward to
having
hearing
me.
what you have to share.
Absolutely. So, I, like Valerie said, am the new baby in the house. I am 48 days sober today. When I first got here in March, I actually, had 30 days. So this is, May, and obviously I had a little slip.
Okay.
But this amazing woman that has this amazing program, sorry, um, she gave me a second chance, and she believed in me, and she encouraged me. And now I sit here today with 48 days sober and having a life that I did not know was possible. I have a dream job where my benefits kicked in day one. I work a program. I have a tribe. I have actual friends. I too am a victim of domestic violence, but I'm also a survivor. I no longer, have that victim mentality. Thanks to Valerie showing strength constantly, and all the girls in the home, of course, between Olivia and Star and several others. Their strength is truly inspiring to me. It keeps me going. I actually went to treatment with kind of a different mindset. I wanted to go to treatment and go back home. I'm actually from 2 hours, a little over 2 hours from home right now.
Okay.
Instead, I walked in and finally admitted that I probably needed some aftercare. And that's when they told me about Valerie's home. And I talked with her on the phone and we did an interview. And, she does have guidelines for us, right? Rules to follow. And they're pretty simple, all honesty. Like it's work a program, get a sponsor, go to work, find your purpose, find life so you can start rebuilding. I too, like Olivia, could relate in the sense of I own my home, I own my car. I had everything. I was very functioning alcoholic and addict until I wasn't, and unfortunately, even with Medicaid, I had a hard time finding treatment. And I had a friend that just loved me so much that she literally pulled me out of my house after a 3-day bender and sent me and paid for me to go to treatment.
Wow.
And then I came here and she's helped me through the first couple of, months being here, because I just didn't have, any foundation. And now I can say that this isn't my first attempt to get sober. I've been trying to get sober since 2022 off and on. And I've had, my traumas, my choices, my decisions, including, my previous relationship. But now I have a safe home and I have a home that I enjoy being in. I have a dream job. I work a program. I have a home AA group that I absolutely adore. I have a sponsor. I'm getting ready to start step 4. So just the continuing support. I can reach out to Valerie for anything. She is my accountability partner. She's not, she doesn't judge anything. And she always comes from a place of love. Like even when I had the mess up, it was always from a place of love. She didn't get angry with me. She didn't get mad. She didn't yell at me. So it was very different because generally, in my past, people have just either walked away or given up, and she didn't. She held my hand through it, and she still holds my hand. Um, and I'm just so, so grateful because honestly, like they say it all the time, God is, amazing. And if you would have told me I'd be sitting where I am today, I would have called you a liar. I would have said none of those things are possible for me. I'm a person that's genuinely happy now. I came from a place of not wanting to be here anymore to a place where I wake up every day and I'm so grateful that my eyes open. I'm grateful that I get another chance to do it right. I'm grateful that I get to continue to be somebody that can inspire others, and I get to give back because for me, the service aspect of this entire program is what keeps me sober. Um, I love hearing other people's stories. I love, um, all of that. And, being here, and it's different for me because all of my friends have always been males. So coming into a home where I'm around a lot of females has been very different, but I'm learning and I'm growing every single day. And it's just been truly life saving. I didn't think I'd ever escape my ex. I didn't think that something like this would be possible where, I'm building a life that I never dreamed possible daily. And it wouldn't be possible without not only Valerie, this home, but the girls in the home, the way the program is. Without it, I truly don't know where I would be. I don't even know if I would be alive, you know? Like I said, I was in a very, very dark place before I got here. But thanks to Valerie's home and this program, I enjoy every second of every day. And that doesn't mean that life's not lifey because there is crap that goes wrong all the time. But I just can deal with it now and I can cope. And
Isn't it,
that's just amazing to me.
I was going to say, isn't it interesting how when we surround ourselves with tribe, when there are people that have a strong influence on us, man, we can, um, there's so much that we can motivate each other to do in this world, and we you get around the wrong crowd and it rubs off on you.
Real
Get around
quick.
the right crowd it rubs off on you. And so that's a choice that is a big one in this world. And it's just amazing to me how much we had. I won't say too much here on it, but we had in a certain unit I was in, there was a counter intel guy. And he was briefing us on what all he could tell about us just on the street. And he started pointing out all of the things that we did that were similar. And in fact, a lot of the things that we did were and looked and had that were exactly the like. And it was shocking to us. We're like, wow, we see ourselves as so very, very different from the outside. Like, you guys
Right.
might as well all be, clones. And
Mhm.
so I think it's just a matter of being in that environment and being around each other. And I think it's so important. And it sounds like if you're trying to make healthier choices and
Mhm.
pull out of a counterproductive behavior, to be around other people who are too and are strong and supportive, and then it helps, man. It's like a bunch of sled dogs pulling a sled, man. It's okay when you got a bunch of other dogs that are really pulling it hard too and going, hey, we got you. You take it.
Exactly. And there's times, that there are days that I'm not as motivated, but then I can look at, Star, I can look at Olivia, or I can look at Valerie, and I can find strength where I can't dig it out of myself, but just seeing them and, how their journey continues to progress. It keeps me in line to say, okay, you know what, I can do this for 24 more hours. I can do this for 24 more hours. One day at a time is very big for me. I used to future trip a lot and it would trip me up every single time. Now I stay present because I genuinely enjoy being in the present moment.
Yeah. And I think that's a lot of people need to learn that lesson. I know I did. I still do. I still find my mind going and trying to solve other problems instead of being right where I am with the ones that I love, the ones that I care about, or the ones that I'm talking to. It's man, it's a process. I wish I could
Mm-hmm.
flip a switch and just be instantly better, but I haven't been able to. So, I'm working on me. Whenever I pray, God's like, you need to fix, like, don't worry about other stuff. You fix you first. I'm like, well, roger
Exactly.
that.
Exactly.
And thank you.
Of
Ouch, and
course.
thank you. Hey, stay tuned, everybody. We got to cut to another quick break, but we will be right back.
To the untrained eye, it's almost never obvious. But trafficking is happening around you, and every child is vulnerable. Even yours. Even me. If I don't know you care, if you don't show you're interested, someone else might.
Welcome back to Defending Our Children. And I just want to point out we have a sponsor, chemicalfreebody.com, and they have a product called Green 85. And this has the 85 essential vitamins and nutrients that you need, minerals for your daily consumption. This is a product we've been using ourselves for quite some time. It's just a powder. You mix it in water, and it does a lot of good stuff for you. We highly recommend it. Check out chemicalfreebody.com/DOC and use the code DOC to get a discount. So please go out and support us by getting this product. It's a wonderful product. I highly recommend it. Anyhow, we were just talking on break, and just wanted to bring Valerie back in because one of the things that we wanted to talk about is, it's not all rose-colored glasses in the houses that you have, and that there are day-to-day issues that have to be dealt with. So why don't you share some of your experience in that regard?
Yeah, so we have 5 homes. Each of them have a unique purpose. We have a home in Katy that these women were talking about. We have a home in Humble. We have a home in New Caney. We have a home in Houston, and we also have a home in Cypress. We rescue women and children that are survivors of sex trafficking, as well as we have women and children that are in recovery from either drugs or alcohol. So when you're putting together women in a co-living space with all of their character defects, their maladaptive behaviors, and you see by the ladies' faces and their laughter, it's really about extending grace
Amen.
and forgiveness and those core foundations. Olivia did a real good job at sort of naming the house the Funky House. We are the Funky Bunch, the Katie Funkies. So because we all come from our unique walks, and I just try to model by example love and forgiveness. If somebody had wronged me, I don't immediately react in the sense that I'm like, hey, uh, you know, punishment or consequence or this or that. It may be a day or two, but we'll sit down, we'll have a conversation, and then I'm going to extend forgiveness. And I'm going to give you grace like it was given to me. And I am going to show mercy. And then we are going to create a culture and move on and get over it. Because the world is not going to give us favors out there. And this is real life. Um, I had 5 siblings. I have 5 children. I've raised 12 children. Do you think that they all got along in the house? No. So it's the same with how I explain and model that expectation here, is that you guys may fight. You guys may not get along. It is critical to have a strong leader. It is critical to, and even then, leadership makes mistakes. And I take a lot of that responsibility. If my house manager makes a mistake, or if one of the ladies makes a mistake, I feel like I didn't give adequate training, or I didn't give adequate resources, or I didn't require, you to build your tribe. I mean, Victoria, all of these ladies are a big example of that. I do hound community resources, sponsorships, accountability partners, other women in the community that have that same peer support. They've been through it, whether it's sex trafficking, whether it's drug and alcohol, whether it's, compulsive behaviors, whatever it is. So, Olivia, you were the rule enforcer when I wasn't there. I do not live in the homes. So each home has somebody that either I train and model the behavior, the expectation of what I would expect in the house, and they oversee it. And even then, sometimes that can be a conflict, but Olivia handled it really, really well. She did a great job. But there was challenges, there were struggles, there were women that unfortunately left our program, some at their choice and some they, relapse. Drugs and alcohol can be a coping for underlying trauma. And if they're not addressing that trauma, then it's not, they're not going to be effective.
Totally
They're
see
not
that.
going to see the light. Like, I did want to highlight Star because I am so proud of her. I'm so proud of all of these ladies. Everyone is a success story, but Star literally, she would get up and walk her children to school every morning. You want to talk about struggle? She faced it head on. Now she's able to, she came from nothing and has everything. She is going to, got a great job. She's going to go back to school for this year and a half, her undergraduate. She's going to be doing it. She works with children that have special needs, going to make it a career as a behavior analyst with autism. I mean, oh, and 6 months ago, I was like, you can do it. And she's like, she didn't see it. And I knew, I would pray, I would pray, Lord, just, you know it's going to work. She just doesn't see it yet, but it's already been written. And I tell the girls, quit stealing his pen. He's finishing writing your story.
Yeah,
But go ahead,
I love
Olivia.
that.
I want you to
Thank you.
highlight. I want you to highlight.
Yeah. I always like to remind the women in the home when there was any riffraff, let's just put it that way. Um,
Sure.
very similar to any 12-step program. That we're not allied to any sect, denomination, religious, politics. You need to put all that to the side because we're all here for the same thing, and that's to stay sober.
Stay sober.
That's all it is. So you got to put all the way to the side. We're all here in these beautiful homes that Valerie is providing, all these resources, these nice beds, these furnished homes with all the amenities for one common goal, and that's to stay sober. And we're all just trying to stay sober one day at a time. So when it all comes down to what is any type of thing that could be going wrong, is it really worth it? And so when you step and you pause and you look at what could be the problem, is it really that bad? And 9 out of 10 times it's not. So, things when you put it to the side, um, if somebody is really determined to want to stay sober, they will put all of that to the side. When someone is not putting their sobriety first, those folks will be weeded out, because that is the number one goal. You have to put your sobriety first among everything else. Because if without sobriety, you would not have your family, you would not have a job, you would not have your health, you would not have your family, you would not have anything. So that was always a daily reminder that needed to be pressed if there was any problems with food, chores, parking, laundry. All of that could be simply resolved if you had to look at the one common factor, was patience for your sobriety.
Yeah, well, there's a lot to be said for be sober minded, right? I mean,
That's right.
the Bible says, "Be not drunk with wine," and anybody that's been really drunk with wine, the next day at least they're like, "Okay, what was I thinking?" But to try to function that way all the time, it'd be easy in retrospect to look back and go, "Okay, I can't do my best in that state." So, yeah, that would have to be priority one, man, if you're going to pull out and change that. So, stay tuned, folks. We got one more segment coming up next with Valerie Soto and her ladies.
Here to review this V4CR coffee, Veterans for Child Rescue, getting rid of child trafficking all around the world.
Rescue Roast. This is being offered strictly to fund our operations. We found a great roaster, chosen our 3 favorite flavors, and our light, medium, and dark roast, we're offering it right now in pre-ground form. If you want to enjoy it in K-cups, we have stainless steel cups on our website, and they are reusable. Just take the coffee and pour it into the cup. Close it up, put it in the machine. Oh, yeah. So go to our website right now, v4cr.org. Order as much as you want on our shop page. We're grateful for your continued support. We're excited about what this means as far as boosting the funding for our operations. Thank you so much for your continued support. God bless.
Welcome back, everyone, to Defending Our Children. This is our final segment with Valerie Soto and her guests. And ladies, I just want to thank you now before we run out of time later for sharing so honestly, and I do hope that people listen and are blessed and encouraged by what you have chosen to do with your lives. Found yourself, for whatever reason, in a situation that was not productive for you, and you decided to make that change and go into a place and make those changes, and now can surround yourself with other people and help to ensure you stay on that brighter, more productive path. So I celebrate that. And Valerie, I want to turn the mic back over to you and let you run with it.
Yeah, I just wanted, for final closing, I just wanted to give a quick rundown briefly on the home. So I know a lot of what's been shared is recovery stories of drugs and alcohol. So the Katie home specifically focuses on a 12-step modeled program. There are a lot of rules. There are a lot of, or there's house rules, there's house managers, there's certain programming that is specific and unique to the Katy home, to the Houston home, to the Cypress home. But not everyone that's in recovery is drugs and alcohol, right? Or that are survivors. So all walks of life are welcome to the Katy home, but this is strictly a 12-step based program for recovery. It is a sober home. All of our homes are sober homes, but what you're in recovery for, we do not care. We are open doors to anyone and everyone, women and children. So the new Katy home specifically is for women survivors that do not have a drug or an alcohol problem. So there are those ones. And I want to encourage just any woman that is struggling with anything, whether it be addiction, whether it be trafficking, whether it be anything, please come forward. If there's children in that situation, or children that are aging out of foster care, or in that situation where they just want to get away, please come forward. These homes exist, they're available. Each of our residents has a different unique program. That's why we have a specific intake. It's a 5-page form that we just send out to you, a pre-application, and that's it. And then you have a conversation with me, and we go from there. It's a very simple process, because this is your will to come forward, your will to want to change. So women and children, whatever your unique situation is, I don't want you not to reach out. And I know these girls have a dying desire to give a last word, so please do. Go ahead, Star.
Okay, I just want to say to anybody out there that is listening, you know, just my motto is to just do the next right thing. If you don't know what to do, just do the next right thing. And hopefully it leads you to a place like this or anywhere else that can help you get your life on the right track. You know, in recovery, it offers so much, but peace is one of the most important things. Like, there's nothing like it. And let me tell you, like, having a bad day, I don't have those anymore. Like, I know what a bad day truly looks like. And for anybody that's listening, I know y'all do too. Like, nowadays, it's just bad moments. Like, and they come and they go, and you learn to live life on life's terms. Things become way more easier. Life gets a little bit more gentle. And even when the boat is rocked, you learn how to deal with it. And you don't have to kill yourself to deal with it. Like, you can live and you can be the person that you truly want to be, man. You can be happy. Period. And thank you.
Right
That's
on.
it.
Go ahead, Olivia.
Well, I do want to say thank you for having us on this show, and much appreciated. And for anyone out there that thinks that they may have a problem, or think that they drink too much or use too much, they're not alone at all. That there's several resources out there online. They can pick up the phone, and there are several people out there. I thought I was alone, and I'm not. There's millions of people out there, and we're here for you. You can remain anonymous, and there's homes just like Valerie's that we are here to support you and help you get through this journey. And I am happy to say that I am someone that came up from being homeless to living in an apartment with the help of someone like Valerie, and provided the resources just because I was able to say I need help. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead,
Right.
Victoria.
So I just want to be real quick with it. For anyone out there who's struggling and thinking that things can't get better, right? That life has to stay the way it is because bad things have happened to you, or you've done bad things to other people, and that you don't maybe think you're worthy of love or recovery. You are. You really, really are. And if you just reach out and simply say, I need help, and, get the resources to get started, I promise you that you will find a day where you are so grateful to open your eyes every single morning, and you're grateful for life's challenges, and you're grateful to have laundry to do or meals to cook or chores to do. So please just don't give up. Just don't. Just all it takes is a phone call saying, I need some help. I think this is wrong. You can recover. You are worthy of love, and you are worthy of recovery, and you can do it. Believe me, I'm doing it daily.
Wow. I talked to somebody that once told me she was very badly strung out and on the streets, and she said she was afraid to get clean.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you should be afraid not to.
Mm-hmm.
From what you're describing to me, you're bouncing off the bottom and you're on short final. You're not going to be around much longer. You should be afraid not to. And she did. She got cleaned up, but it was a rough case, rough one. They're like, man, we've seen
Mm-hmm.
everything. She was like La Femme Nikita rough. Like if you've ever seen the first one of that movie, but yeah, what a life-changing decision though, man, to decide, all right, here's where it turns. Here's where and that's repentance. Not to get too
Amen.
spiritual in this segment, but to turn from that which is dysfunctional and change and go a more productive way changes everything. And that's a turning, and that also is a very powerful gift that we all have.
Mm-hmm.
That it could be over. And okay, I went down that road, and yeah, I don't want to go that way anymore. That hurt. And so now I'm gonna do a little work to have a better path. Well, thank you, ladies, for all of it. I want to encourage Valerie to just tell everybody again where they can find you and support what you're doing here, because it's so beautiful.
Yeah, we're located in the greater Houston area, Houston, Texas. Our website is www.newlifenewyou.org. We are a foundation. We are a 501c3 nonprofit, and we have several homes. These girls here need resources. They need help. They need transition. I want to be able to give those things to them, and I want to be able to help them as much as I can to just further any of their goals and their dreams and their wishes. These cannot be done without people that are listening. So please, I encourage you, newlifenewyou.org, go on there and check us out. Help in any way that you can. Even if you want to sponsor someone, please, by all means, because we literally need everything. Thank you.
There you go. Well, God bless you all. Thank you, ladies. We wish you all the best. Thanks for coming on. And for everybody else, join us again next time on Defending Our Children.
We hope you've enjoyed listening to Defending Our Children, the show that empowers the people with the information you need to know. Learn more on how to get involved and make a difference at vetsforchildrescue.org, because the children are worthy.